Hey guys, so here we are back again with another game. This time this is going to be a little bit different. This time it's going to be let's play more than a review. Since yesterday I was playing Soda Dungeon 2 and I released my first impressions and I really liked the game. I actually spent a little bit of my day yesterday actually playing the game to see how much content there was in the early access. And since you guys liked it so much, I decided to, do a little follow-up video to see if you guys are still enjoying it. So let's get straight into the game and let me show you where I'm. Okay, so first, out of the bat, 2 hours playing time. Not even a lot. Not even a lot. You can do this. Anyone can do this. It's a mobile game. That's why it's so great that there's so much progress being done in such little time. I thought this game was going to be a lot more grindy. Maybe it is down the line, but so far, only 2 hours, we got into level 100, and let me show you how I did that. So before I can go into the tavern and show you anything, guys, I need to speak to the wizard. Now, this triggers once you complete the level 100. Once you complete the 100th floor, it tells you to go speak to the wizard. Let's go speak to him and see what he has to say. Ah, I see you made it in one piece. That was an incredible discharge of enemy. That was an incredible discharge of energy. I assumed the worst. A portal, you say, and you snagged a piece of it. You must be traveling pretty far to need that much energy. Sigh. I know the look of an adventure when I see one. I think we can use the energy fragment you found to fix up that old portal here in town. This journey will be perilous and you will have to make some trade-offs. But I'd be lying to say... No English today. I'd be lying if I said the trip wasn't worth it. Now let's see if we can work some magic. So after that conversation, he triggers up the portal. And here, if we click it, this entered now the active portal. Now I don't want to show you just yet. You're gonna have to wait a little bit longer to see what happens once we go into that portal. So here we are back at the tavern, and this is what I wanted to show you. So this is as far as I've gone in this land, let's call it. So if we look at the upgrades, I've done 7 stools, 3 tables, 1 bed. It's not really necessary. The bed was a good idea though, because what the bed allows you to do is you see these heroes that are here. You click on the bed and you click yes, it will refresh the people in the tavern, which means that you can keep doing it for 20 gold, try and get the best team for your run. Now, what is the best team for your run? For me, I found that it works really well. Let me show you with the sodas more than with the characters. For me, it worked really well to have 1 miner, 1 carpenter, or 2 soda junkies, and a miner. That's kind of, those are not important to me. 2 nurses, 1 mystic, 1 thief. Okay, so 2 mystics, 2 nurses, 1 thief, and 1 basically beef guy. You can also cut it down to 1 mystic and have 2 soda junkies and 2 attack types. It just works really well because the mystic has an AoE kind of attack, which worked really well. And then the thief, what she does is once you get to that boss level and you beat it, you know, the 3 chests, well basically you can take all 3 of them instead of just having to focus on 1. I also want to show you the inventory that I was able to find up to level 100. I'm sure there's more that I didn't find, but this is what I found. Basically, these are the swords, these are the weapons that I have found. Some are green, so basically they're better in quality, as you can see, on common, uncommon, and then the common weapons. Then we found these armors. Some of them are, I haven't even checked myself because I just found them. Some cool armors, vampire suit. I really like them. Can't see it here, but I think I'll have it in my inventory. I'll show you later, but there was one that was like a metal suit that was pretty cool. The rings, mats, and the gem, which I only found 1, which was kind of disappointing. Okay, so I'm going to run the last 10 levels so that you guys can see what happens from floor 90, floor 100. And after that, we're going to jump into the portal and see where the early access takes us. Because you can't actually carry on forward and then back, I don't think. So I didn't want to do it without making this video for you. Here we are, level 91, and we are in the throne room. Now, a difference from my first playthrough to what I'm showing you guys is that on the throne, Big Bad Wolf would be. Now, if you don't know who the Big Bad Wolf is, he is the overlord that basically drove us to this dimension. Now, I'm going to auto this so it goes as fast as possible and then you guys see the run. Now, on my team, as I was telling you, I have 1 nurse, I have 2 mystics, 1 thief, 1 carpenter, 1 soda junkie. Now, on just... Oh, she's not going to help us like always. The fairy seems to... Oh, she did. That's the first time the fairy has ever helped me. So this is the AoE attack I was telling you about. The mystic does. You basically throw some ghosts around, but it actually inflicts pretty significant damage with 21 damage numbers. It's good to have at least 1 on your team for sure. Once again, the enemy types are all over the place. They're very random, but very fun. 97, still the same run. Kind of the same enemies just popping around. We've seen a lot of that Black Knight guy. Floor 98, we're getting closer to that 100. And still, my whole team is doing great. Level 99, only 1 level to go. My whole team is doing easy work of this levels. So we're actually getting some gold. Killing off the enemies. The auto works really well in this game, I must say. So we got to level 100. This is where the boss usually comes out. But apparently this time there's a cleaner, which I'm not really sure what he's going to do. It says wet floor. You're standing on my wet floor. Oh, sorry. We're just on our way to the next level, and you had to walk on the wet floor. Not on purpose, but well, I'm not sure we had much of a choice. Again, sorry, but it's just that enough. Right. Oh, he attacks us. And he just one-shotted me. Let's put the auto back on and see if we can actually defeat this guy. Nice little Easter egg, though. Instead of having you fight the main boss again, which he's obviously gone off somewhere, you get a cleaner. Nice little touch. Come on. I'm sure we can beat him. There we go. So we do beat him. So after having finished that level, I've found that you can keep going, and apparently the enemies get harder as you progress. So it's kind of like going back to the beginning, but on a difficult run. So this is basically the same dungeon as dungeon 1, but you're getting more gold. The enemies are harder, so you're getting XP as well. Okay, so we're at level 110, and it's the first boss again. And after this boss, I'm going to see you guys back at the village, because I want to go into that portal as much as you guys do. I don't know what will happen when we do, but I don't know. We'll see how far we get with this run, and then I'll see you guys at the portal. Funnily enough, I was able to get to level 120 with the same team that I was showing you guys. Pretty impressive. They got further than I expected, especially when I had 1 member down. It is time. The portal awaits us. Now, let's see what it says. Enter now the active portal. Yes. Your progress will reset. You will lose all your gold, items, resources, and sodas. So guys, here's a disclaimer. Make sure you're ready to progress before doing this, because I'm doing this because I want to see how far the content goes. But for you guys, maybe you'd like to be farming a little bit more before going over. Maybe you want to get to floor 200 in this dimension, or maybe you want to get to level 300. Maybe there's more Easter eggs that I haven't seen, like the wet floor guy. But in order to keep the content going, I'm just going to click OK, and let's see where it takes us. You will keep town buildings, major upgrades, and other currencies, including caps, which we don't have any of. More importantly, you will receive unique and permanent treasures whenever you reset. Okay, so there is a trade-off. That's what the magician was talking about. There is a trade-off that you lose everything, but you also get certain stuff. Now, before I do this, though, it says you keep your buildings. Now, I didn't know that. I'm going to build the last building just before I enter this portal. So I'm going to go to the carpenter, and I'm going to put this building right here. And now that we have all the buildings, now we can go to the portal. Here we go. I've clicked OK. You're traveling. Hello there. It's good to see you again, old friend. That is you, isn't it? Or perhaps I'm mistaken. My apologies. Reality functions a little differently up here. It feels like this could be the 1st or 500th time we've crossed paths. At any rate, welcome to the interdimensional area. Travelers such as yourself are continually passing through, headed for one destination or another. It's tough to explain my role in all of this. I suggest we save that for later. Let's stick to the basics. You're traveling to a new dimension, and I have gifts for you. Good, I like gifts. Consider it a token of appreciation for partaking in this unusual journey of you. Now then, which of these suits you best? Okay, so we get to choose. Ooh. Does it tell me? Okay, I have plus 5 HP per relic level for each party member. Plus 2 attack per relic for each party member, and plus 3 MP per relic for each party member. Now, I believe at the beginning of my dimension, what I was lacking on is kind of magical power. Because the more mana that you have, or the more, the more, mana that you have, the more spells that you can cast, heal more times, do more AoE damages. So I'm in my first one. I think I'm going to choose this one. Let me know if you guys have chosen differently. But for me, I think this would be the best one for the first time going around. Perfect. Oh, and I have something else for you as well. The Relic of Dungeon Keys. Plus 0.2 chance to find dungeon keys per relic level for the party. Okay, so more chances of getting those keys, which I still haven't used any of. And now, friend, your destination approaches. We will meet again, hopefully. I'm sure we will, actually. So here we are. Boom, you survived the trip to the next dimension. Make sure you make use of your new relics to tear through the dungeon even quicker. A new icon has appeared in the upper right where you can view and upgrade relics. New treasures await beyond dungeon level 100. Okay, so it's telling me to click here. Level 100. So I can level it up with essence or with 100 caps, which, by the way, you have to pay for. So 100 caps is €1, which is not that bad. It's actually not that expensive. How much did it cost? 100. So it would cost you €1 to level it up by paying. I ain't a pay to win though. So these are all the ones that you have, the class relics, and you can obviously upgrade both for €1 or 1 potion. What else has changed? Well, as you can see, the forest has significantly changed. The portal is inactive, and the wizard wants to talk to us. Let's see what he has to say. What do we have here? A dimensional traveler. Let me be the first to welcome you to our realm. First and also the last, I suppose. There's the others around here. Well, let's just say that to them. It's like you never left. Us wizards know a little bit more about this dimension nonsense. I think you already met my brother, Gerwin. He's incredibly boring. Probably gave you some speech about greed, desire, and so on. I, however, the great Sherwin. And I encourage you to keep pestering the Darklord because, quite frankly, I can't stand him. Now then, you probably noticed losing a number of possessions upon arriving here. Let's get back on track, shall we? Okay, so let's go back to the tavern, and we're back to square one. Now, what is there different sodas? Is there anything new? There is not. So this is still the same sodas, still the same things. However, the tables that I bought, the upgrades to the tavern are here, so that's actually really good. So if you remember, guys, before I left the other dimension, I built the pet building, and this is my first time using it. Use the stables to purchase and equip pets that give you a small boost in battle. It even comes with a little whale. Aw, little whale. So, wow, they're expensive. They are expensive. But okay, we have a whale for now. Let's equip it. So I've gathered up the troops once more with all free soda warriors, because that's what you get at the beginning. Once again, okay, we're in level 1. Straight out of the bat, enemies now have a chance of dropping essence. Look for enemies with a purple aura. So same level design. I'm hoping the enemies will be different, or at least randomized, so that I don't get the same enemies all the way through to 100 level or 100 floor. I keep saying 100 level. I should really remember it's a floor. All right, first run over. We actually got to level 22, which was further than I expected and further than what I got in the first dimension on my first run. Now, take a look at this essence. Now, remember that you can upgrade relics with essence, and it only took one, if I remember correctly, and we actually got 7 in one run. So I'm guessing two things. One, either the percentage of the upgrade is going to be minimal, or you're going to need a lot of essence and a lot of runs down the line. So I'm going to go back into the dungeon so that you guys can see what that magic clock is. Got a full team, not a lot of equipment yet, but let's see how this team actually does. The fact that we got to level 22 last time and that I'm going to warp straight into level 21, I'm hoping that we can at least make it to level 40 in this run. Make your bets now. Level 21, the beginning. Here we go. We get ambushed straight off the gate. That's not a good thing. But as you can see, the clock is moving everything a little bit faster. And I am getting more gold per enemy, which is good. Plus, my team now can actually heal, which is something that my previous team couldn't do. So hopefully, level 40 should be reachable. I'll see you guys at the end of the run and tell you where I got into and what I got. So guys, not so great. We actually didn't even manage to get past level 30 boss. It was a fireball enemy just before the boss that literally wiped out my team nearly. One-shotted most of my guys. And as you can see, we only killed 23. We only went up 9 floors. We did get this rusty key, which I don't really know what it's used for. However, we did find this, a blue smithing crystal used to increase item levels, which is pretty cool because it's really useful to upgrading weapons. Well, hey, he's back. We got a new message. Hi, just your friendly local dungeon lord here. I've been having a heck of a day. Bit of a head scratcher, to be honest. No hard feelings, but could you please stay out of the dungeon? Once again, Darklord, I ain't staying out of nothing. I'm coming for you. Kill you again. I'm back at the Relics page, and I've decided that I want to level them up. See how much you get for each level up. So let's level up the Relic of Mana. Plus 6 MP, that's... So you're going up by 1, and then it goes up by 1 here as well. Makes sense. I want to get both of them leveled up as much as I can. Current level 2, max level 300. Jesus, current bonus 0.4 chance to find dungeon keys. I've actually found 2 dungeon keys in my last 2 runs, which is more than I got in my previous dimension. Level up the mana again. And I guess we could do this one, but I'm going to wait it out for this one because I think it's the more useful for now for us. So guys, that was Soda Dungeon 2, video number 2. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what's after level 100. Maybe you were too scared of getting there. Maybe you haven't gotten there yet. And now we know what happens when we change dimension. I will be back if something pops up, or I will see you directly in the next dimension. Let's recap a little bit. We've seen the new area. We've encountered the first 20 floors. Nothing really changes except the gold and the relic system. And we did get that little Easter egg of that guy wiping the floor if you go back and retry those last 10 floors. So make sure you do that because there might be an achievement there for you to unlock if you're into that sort of thing. Anyway, guys, it's been Lobo. It's been real. I'll see you in the next game. Keep on gaming.